welcome back to the next video, and this is another event breakdown video in which we are going to talk about the upcoming event Dark Seal. Now, many of you have already played this event, and many of you this is a first time event. So in this video, I'm going to cover a lot of information which will help you understand this event better and maybe clear up some doubts that you might have. Now we are going to break down this video or this event in the same fashion where we talk about the event information, the rules and the rewards. So let's get right into it. First off, there will be 3 regions matched to play together. You use event interface the same way we came here to invade other regions and complete all your missions and to come back to your own region. There will be a invade button over here to invade other regions, and if you are in other region already, there will be a leave button to come back to your home region. Now the center zone is going to be the place where you will play this event. So no matter where you are in your home region, you can go to this event interface and invade the other region, and you will land in the center zone where Metropolis is located, and you will complete all your missions there. You will receive all your personal points and your region the glory points for whatever activity you do. And when you leave, you will be randomly placed somewhere in the original war zones that are that we start the game at, beyond this checkpoint 2. So this is where you will land randomly anywhere. Now when during this event, the checkpoint 3 of all participating regions will be locked. So if you are invading, you cannot walk through the checkpoint 3, and I think it's in the rules on the battlefield. Yeah, there will be this particular lock sign, so you cannot cross. Even in your home region, you can use territory and specific relocators to get to your alliance territory inside and outside of checkpoint 3, but you cannot walk your troops across checkpoint 3. So that's important to note. And what is the goal of this event? It is to collect as many glory points as you can to help your region win the event. How do we collect glory points is something we are going to talk about in the rules. So let's get to the rules. Now this is something we already covered. Invasion rules. Now invasion rules are very simple. As I already explained, you come to the event interface and you click on invade button to invade a particular region that you want to complete your missions on, or wherever your alliance strategy, your alliance people want you to go. Now first invasion to any other region will not consume your dark relocators. Now what are dark relocators? Let me show you real quick. You can go to store, supply station, others, and this is what we call a dark relocator. It's a 2500 gem relocator, so it's pretty expensive. Use it very carefully. And mystery merchant will never sell this. I haven't seen that so far, mystery merchant giving this out. Yeah, other relocators surely, but not this one. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's get back to the rules. So this one, Yeah, first invasion will not consume a relocator, but once you invade, first of all, you will get an automatic 8-hour peace shield, so nobody can attack your shelter once you first invade. And after invading, if you want to relocate at a specific spot in this invaded region, you need a dark relocator for that. So I would recommend the moment you land, start doing your personal missions, which will give you dark relocators that you can use throughout the event to support your team wherever they need you. So that's that. Now you can also use a random relocator. So let's say you invaded a region and you are doing your missions and you see somebody coming to attack you. You can quickly use your random relocator to place anywhere on this invaded region center zone, and yeah, so that is one option too. So those random and dark relocators will work after invading. Now return to your home region will not consume any relocator. You just have to come to your event interface and click on leave, and you'll be back to your home region. Now standard rules apply for invading. Basically your shelter must be HQ level 8 and there should not be any squad outside your shelter. There should not be battle fever, and other players' squad should not be garrisoning your shelter. So these are very obvious. Now how to collect glory points. So this particular relocation rules we already have covered. So let's go to glory point collection. First off, each metropolis is 150 points. So per minute. So if you own 2 metropolis, you'll get 300. 3 metropolis for 450 per minute. So this is something you play for, because you will be garrison. There is a mission where you need to either garrison or rally a metropolis. So you will be either defending yours or you'll be attacking others. So that's one way. All these ones are your individual missions where you can kill or heavily wound enemy squads in other regions, and do zombie hunting on other region, do hive minds on other region, gather resources in other region, or garrison your own metropolis or the metropolis that you captured. So there are points for everything. So this is how you earn glory points. So there are two type of points that you earn. First is your personal points, and personal points give glory points towards region. So both are important. I'll show you in the rewards why. Now this is about getting points. Now about the battle, there are two things that happen. One, you attack other players in the region that you invade, or any player that invade your region, you attack them. So those are basically PvP attacks where anything and everything will get attacked. Your shelters, farms, any hive mind rallies that are going on, any zombie hunting squads on the field. Even if the invaded region is friendly, you can arrange PvP matches, but there will be attacks going on everywhere pretty much in the center zone. So make sure that the people who are in center zone are strong enough to be able to handle PvP matches like that. If there are too many, you can say tier 3, or you can say the low might players are in zone 3, they will be giving away a lot of points. So make sure that you have good policies for Dark Seal. so you don't give away a lot of points to your enemy. Now that's about the PvP battle. Now next is your Metropolis battle. So first off, in the pre-war period, basically it's a 1 day period where the Metropolis will be protected, and during this event the garrison limit of Metropolis is increased to 3 million, and all alliances in the region can garrison the Metropolis, and any Federation officers can change the garrison captain. So that's about pre-war. But when the battle period starts, when Metropolis opens for rallies, Metropolis other regions will launch rallies to capture the Metropolis. Now one region can rally up to 3 rallies on one Metropolis, and if say you lose your Metropolis and you are unable to recapture it until the end of the event, the enemy that captured your Metropolis will hold it until the protection period gets over. And after that you have to recapture your own Metropolis. So that's about basically the Metropolis attack, and pretty much that is gonna happen. So either you'll defend it or you will do it. And while you're holding your own Metropolis or somebody else's, you will collect glory points for every minute. Some notes, like a lot of these points we already talked about, but there are few that need to be mentioned. First of all, members cannot be dismissed from alliance while they are invading other region, and alliances cannot be disbanded during the event time. So those are pretty standard. And if you leave the invaded, if you do not leave the invaded region after the event end, you will automatically be sent back after 24 hours. And during these 24 hours, shelters in battlefield, which is center zone of all regions, cannot be attacked. So that's one good thing. Now this particular notes, pretty much we covered everything already. And obviously the back alley doctor, this time around we don't have it, but if you have back alley doctor, you cannot summon a prowler in one region and then you invade and summon another one. You cannot do that, so be mindful about that. Other than that, these are pretty standard for pretty much all the events that we have. Now related events, this is where some of the important things come into picture. One would be troop refund. Aid station will have unlimited capacity, and 85% of the dead troops will go to this aid station, and you will get all of them back at 0 UTC on Monday. So that's one. Hospital capacity will be increased by 100%, so you'll have twice the capacity. And resource protection will be 5 million for food and wood, 2.5 for steel, and 1 million for oil. So you won't be empty if somebody attacks you. Now, what does war protection means? So this is something very important, and many people kind of don't understand this. And this is where some changes happened for past few Dark Seal, and it was something different before. So see how it is worded. First it says that ratio of heavily wounded troops and death in the squad battle will be reduced, so you will have less deaths to heavily wounded ratio. So more will be heavily wounded to go to the hospital, less will die on the field. So that's one. So your hospital will get full faster. So that's one. Secondly, when your shelter gets attacked and you suffer huge losses, it doesn't say how much. The emergency shield will automatically get activated for 8 hours. Now, usually when a shelter gets attacked and the energy bar is at lower yellow or red. Usually at that time, if the attacker stops the attack, there is a chance that the peace shield will get activated. And sometimes, depending on the might of the person you attacked, it might not get activated. So it's basically on a chance basis, where they say huge losses. For everybody, huge losses will be different. So this is something not 100% that when the shield will go up, but if you are burnt completely, the shield most likely will go up. I think 100% of the cases the shield will go up if the shelter is burnt. So that's about the notes. And the last thing, or the rules, the last things are rewards. So individual points will get you these rewards. Individual points will be calculated for basically the whole event. So if you are in top 1 to basically I think top 100, sorry, top 150, you will get something. Now alliance rewards are basically whoever have the most number of points, glory points collected for the region, they will get these rewards. So these are up to 20 alliances that will get the rewards. And region reward is whoever wins it will get this, and 2 regions who lost will get this, because only one region actually wins. So this is where the difference between individual points and glory points come into picture. Glory points are for alliance reward and region reward. Individual points are for these rewards. So with that, we basically have covered everything. One thing I do want to say again is you don't need to be in center region of your own region, center zone of your own region to participate in this event. Anywhere on your region you are located at, say in out beyond checkpoint 3, you are located somewhere, just go to this event and you'll have a invade button. Select a region you want to invade, click invade, and you'll be there, and you can finish all your missions. You'll still be helping your alliance and your region to collect glory points to win. So make sure that you understand this point, and if you have any questions, you can obviously ask me in the game or on your in the comments, and I'll make sure I answer them. And with that, we can wrap up this video, and I'll see you in the next one.